We're live. Welcome back. You're watching Barely Sober News and Reviews, where we talk about the latest buzz in movies and TV. I'm just kidding. You're listening to Barely Sober News and Reviews because there's no video here. I'm Chris Jokas.
I'm George Pecoraro, baby.
Today we're going to be talking about strictly news. We're not talking about any Game of Thrones Season 3 bullshit.
We don't messing with no shit.
We're not going back in time. We're talking about breaking news because this has been a hell of a week.
Breaking news. We're news reporters now. I'm in a suit and a tie. You can't see me, but I'm in a suit and a tie.
With no pants on. That's how we do.
No underwear on either.
You don't know what we're doing. All right. So so if you're at home watching us on YouTube, crack open a drink because we're drinking. George, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking some Sam Adams Boston Lager because I was feeling real Boston-y.
And what else?
We've been drinking whiskey. We've been drinking whiskey and Guinness.
We've been drinking Hudson Baby Bourbon, something like that.
Yeah, some of your father brought down
possibly
for us to try, and it was very good.
Possibly, yeah. We are in my mom's basement right now.
Mommy's basement.
Let's just clear the atmosphere.
We don't need to hide nothing.
We're in my mom's basement.
Hopefully, Mr. Jokas is going to come down and make a guest appearance.
Hopefully.
At least I hope so, because Mr. G is the boss.
So baby bourbon, Hudson baby bourbon,
Hudson baby bourbon.
Shots of Jack Daniels, possibly could have happened. A couple of Guinnesses.
At the bar, a couple Guinnesses maybe.
So yes,
very expensive.
It's been a night. We're getting started here. We got a lot of things that broke today. Here we go. We're in my mom's basement. They're already coming downstairs, I think.
Nope, let's go.
Not, all right. All right, so let's just get straight into it because there's a ton of stuff that broke, and it's been a while. So first thing up, I want to talk about Suicide Squad 2, actually, the sequel. They announced...
Sequel?
That's right. They announced that they're already going to be releasing a sequel. So I have a question for you, George. Is that too soon? They're jumping the gun. We haven't even seen Batman v Superman, which is going to be establishing this whole universe. Suicide Squad's a little bit down the road, and they're already announcing a sequel.
Doesn't even come out till August.
Is that too soon, or is that a display of confidence?
I think it's a display of confidence.
I agree.
In a way, because also, if you look at the DC plans, they got plans for upwards of 2,000 movies coming out for 2019, 2020. They have plans already.
But that doesn't mean much. Sony had plans up until like 2020 for Spider-Man, and Spider-Man 2 tanked. Amazing Spider-Man 2 tanked, and they scrapped it all.
I mean, I actually watched The Amazing Spider-Man 2 actually today. It was on. I was like cooking.
You like that movie, don't
I
you?
Do. It was good. I think it's good.
I never seen it, though.
You've never seen it? You should check them out. They're not
Everyone
amazing.
Hates it. And to me, it looked like...
I think you would like them. As much as I
didn't even like the first Amazing Spider-Man, which people liked way more than me. I like the Tobey Maguire ones.
I don't like the Tobey Maguire ones.
I like 1 and 2. I don't like the third one.
They're too corny
one,
and cheesy for me.
Not 1 and 2. 1 and 2 aren't corny and
maybe,
cheesy.
yeah. But these ones I enjoy more. These Amazing Spider-Mans I definitely enjoy more.
Yeah, but... All right, I'm not trying to get into the Amazing Spider-Man, though. We're talking Suicide Squad.
Okay, right, I think we both agree it's confidence with this. And, I mean, it's nice to see confidence. Think about when in the dating world, girls and guys like to see confidence in their opposite sex. Right now, DC, my former lover.
Are they putting the moves on us?
I'm trying.
I'm
hoping.
DC's trying to put the moves on us?
I think they're trying to put the moves on us, they make themselves look very confident. Whether they're good or bad doesn't matter, but they're looking confident. What do you think?
Mom, the meatloaf. I think like so I think that this is what DC is thinking right now, okay? They got Man of Steel. I think it's a good movie, but I don't think it was like critically like I don't think like the public really loves it so much. Mm-hmm. So now they kind of scrapped their plans for Man of Steel 2 and they're doing Batman v Superman because they're like, okay, everyone loves Batman, throw Batman in there. So now they're kind of thinking if this I think they know that no matter how this movie ends up, and I doubt it's going to be a failure, but even if it is, people are still going to love Batman, because how could you not love Batman? You always love Batman,
always
right?
love Batman.
Always love Batman. So I think their backup is like, we're doing Suicide Squad. It's got the Joker. It might have a little Batman in it. We saw a little Batman in the trailers. Mm-hmm. So they're like, that's like our backup. And I feel like even if Batman v Superman sucks, they might just veer away from Superman and just focus on Batman more. And they know that's going to be successful. And with Jared Leto as the Joker, I mean, he's an incredible actor. I think that, I don't know if he's going to be on Heath Ledger's level, but he looks promising. And
yeah, from what Jared Leto's doing with the Joker, he's forming a unique, I think, like look of this Joker, and he's kind of like
the tattooed Joker.
Tattooed Joker, short hair.
It grew on me though, the tattoos, right?
Right. He's got the crazy ass teeth going for him. I feel like
it fits their universe, or at least the Suicide Squad universe. It fits it.
It's kind of like he is kind of cartoony, but not at all. Like
the Suicide Squad's got
cartoon brought to life.
It's got like a fun vibe, like a fun dark vibe to it.
That's what it looks like, especially with the woman. Was it Doctor? No. The woman in it,
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. She's fun. Like she's looking.
I'm looking forward to her. She looks great in that movie. She looks like. I remember her from the cartoon. I think she was actually introduced in the animated series. I don't think she was actually a comic book character.
Yeah,
I think she was introduced from the comic book, from the animated series, brought into the comic books later. But I love the route they're going with her. I think she
that's the thing. Like they're pulling these comic book or pulling these cartoon characters from the real thing.
Yeah,
from that to a real thing.
Right. Yeah. They're doing it in a way that is reminiscent of what Marvel's been doing. Like instead of trying to like change them or make them whatever, they are like comic book cartoony characters.
And I feel like they're letting these characters bring it into themselves. Like Jared Leto's, like I feel like he did it. Like a lot of it, like he had a vision for his own Joker. Like he's not trying to do any other Joker but his own Joker. What makes it better.
Have you? This is like a theory that maybe is not as like prominent right now, but we watched Batman Under the Red Hood, right? Mm-hmm. So you know that comic book storyline where the Joker kills Robin and then he comes back. Some people have been saying that this isn't the real Joker, and that he is actually going to be Robin at some point. I'll tell you right now, I don't buy any of it because it doesn't make sense for them to do this. But it's kind of like a fan conspiracy where they're thinking the reason why he has all these tattoos and this and that is because he's actually Robin that was... Instead of doing the Red Hood storyline, it's like Robin was killed by the Joker, but then instead of becoming the Red Hood, he becomes like the new Joker, and he tattoos all this shit all over himself or something, or whatever.
So he was originally Robin, and then turned.
That's what some people are thinking.
Instead of turning into the Red Hood, he's turning into Joker, which is the Red Hood was able to step across that line and kill people, which the Batman never could.
Right, but I think in this version they're trying to just say he just went like batshit crazy and is like embodying the Joker. It's bullshit.
But that's also making it a little crazy. Like that's taking a lot away from the Batman storyline or the Batman.
Well, you remember we when we watched the trailer, we saw that at one point Bruce Wayne's looking up at the Robin suit in like the glass tube, and it has all the spray paint all over it. So. In this universe, assumingly, like, the Joker has killed his Robin, right?
Right.
And people have actually looked, and there's, like, bullet holes in that Robin suit in the shoulders. And if you look at the Joker in the new movies, he actually has, like, some scar tissue on his shoulders. So people are saying, is that him? I just don't think they would do that because that's, like, a lot for the audience. If you're not a comic book fan, that's a lot for, like, the common audience to... comprehend. It's like, wait, that's not the Joker. Wait, that's Robin. Wait, like that's a lot.
It's the Robin turned the Joker, which is a whole new thing. I feel like how many people really know the Red Hood story?
Exactly. We didn't even know the Red Hood story.
Not until recently, which
Right.
I think is a good story.
Yeah.
But the whole point of the Red Hood is, okay, he wants to save Gotham, but he's willing to kill people. Is the Joker, this Jared Leto Joker, looking to save Gotham, or is he?
No, but I mean, I think they might have taken inspiration from that and just changed it. You know, that's what these movies do overall, anyway.
Yeah, but what does that mean for the Joker if that's true?
Well, that's why I just think it's not even a real thing, and we shouldn't even consider it, because
feel like that's too much.
That means there's no joke. Like, it doesn't make sense.
It gets to the point where, like, oh, that's just this Joker's trying to save Gotham. Like, it gets to the point where that's happening.
Well, I'm not even saying I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he's just crazy, and he's not trying to save Gotham. He's a villain.
Right.
But yeah, I wouldn't hold much weight with it. It's just something out there, and I found it a little interesting, mainly because of like the bullet holes, and it looked like the Joker actually had some scar tissue there too. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
I mean, that is a different struggle for
Batman. Could be a coincidence.
Like, he caused his ultimate enemy.
Could be, but then it's like, where's the real Joker? If that's not the Joker, then who's the real Joker? I feel like that's a little too confusing for the common audience, and I don't think they would get into that.
Maybe they feel like that's actually the real Joker. Like, they're not going to have any other Joker but Jared Leto.
Yeah, maybe they just take that spin.
Because that's what I mean. For Robin and the one that we saw,
his own enemy.
There were several Robins.
Right.
But in this one, there's just going to be one plain Joker that Robin turned the Joker.
Maybe. We'll see.
Well, in the end, Suicide Squad 2 is confident. DC's being confident.
Yeah. You know what? Like, both of those, Suicide Squad trailers look really good to me. Yes. I really have. They look better to me than the Batman v Superman stuff.
Definitely.
Looks. Do you think so too? That's funny.
I agree.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
But the thing is, we like
funny,
that.
Right? And that's like B-list characters. Like, who are those people?
Well, Will Smith.
No, but I mean, like the characters they're playing.
Oh,
the actors are great, but like, you know what I mean? It's like we got Batman and Superman, the most iconic comic book characters, and then there's like this like team of like misfits, and I'm more excited for that.
I feel like though we like that though, from what I've understand of what we enjoy, we like those.
You and me, or just the people?
Me and you.
Well, I think it's the people too, though.
Maybe, according to...
we represent the people, George.
We are the people, apparently.
We are the people.
We are those random, nonchalant, normal, average Joe people. But I feel like me and you especially, we really like that these crazy, wacky, bad characters do these kind of like good things, but in their own way. Like, they don't lose themselves. They're wacky, they're crazy, they make a lot of fun. But they're kind of like, they have this distinct storyline of kind of like doing good in the end. It's what I got from watching this trailer.
Yeah, and the thing is like, if you remember from the first trailer, they were all kind of like, not broken out of jail, but they're all kind of like released from jail to like do this mission, which I don't think we know what that mission is yet. But the Joker is not part of the Suicide Squad. Mm-hmm. So my question is the Joker wreaking havoc, and the only like idea that the government has is to bring these other villains together to try to stop the Joker? So is the Joker the villain, or is the Joker team up with them? I'm not sure. I can't really tell from the trailers.
I feel like what it is they're going to save the Joker for the end of this movie. They're going to have these villains attack something new. I was thinking that
at first, but
I feel like they're going to have attack someone they don't know, form this... They're going to form... The whole movie is them forming this squad, and then the Joker sees these guys out and about. These guys that could be his henchmen. And so at the end of the movie, he's going after them to recruit them so they don't go back in jail. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they're going to be like, all right, they did the deed. You guys are headed back to where you came from. Right. Joker takes them.
Right. Yeah, that's cool. That could be. I like that. I like that we've seen a lot of footage in these trailers, but I can't really tell what the plot is. I think that's the best way a trailer could be. That gets you hooked into the movie, and you kind of get a sense of like what's going to happen, but like you don't know like the intricate details.
Right.
So they did a good job. So yeah, happy about Suicide Squad 2. Definitely happy about that. Before we've even seen it, we might feel different. We might feel differently.
It's not even out for like 6 months.
Just Batman v Superman is right around the corner. I can't wait to see it because we're gonna have a lot more opinions after that.
Yep.
A lot more opinions.
We're gonna be talking for like 8 hours.
We're either gonna be jumping around on the bed or
we're gonna be jumping around the bed or masturbating and crying.
Probably. All right, so I want to tell you something. I started watching Daredevil on Netflix, but I have some bad news.
Oh no!
I can't even stay awake for an episode. I'm not sure why. It's my fault, probably. I'm just tired all the time, but I keep falling asleep. I'm not saying it's a bad show at all.
So you haven't even finished like a full episode?
I have not gotten invested enough where I'm like at that point where I'm like, I gotta watch the next episode. I keep like watching it, and I'm like falling asleep. So it's like that, I guess, with any show. You know, I'm sure you felt that way with Game of Thrones, right? And then you got into it.
Yeah, now I can't. But I need to turn on the next one. Like, I need to clear everything and turn on the next episode.
Well, I need to get into it because Marvel's really starting to amp up their Netflix series. They now have Daredevil. Daredevil Season 2 is about to come out. Punisher's going to be in it. They have Jessica Jones out, which I don't know if you've checked that out yet, but I've heard good things about that. And now Iron Fist is coming out, and they just officially announced the casting. So who they have, who they pulled for this casting is he's also a Game of Thrones alumni. He's Loras Tyrell from there. This is Game of Thrones' name. I forget the actor's name himself. But a lot of people have been kind of bugging out about that for a couple of reasons. One, some people are like, yeah, he kind of doesn't seem like the tough guy that should be playing in this like Marvel Netflix, you know, gritty, you know, street crime sort of realm. But more so, people are saying, why did they not cast an Asian man for this martial artist? Which I'm pretty sure in the comic books he's a white guy. So I mean, it's kind of like a stupid controversy, but who's the actor? What's his name?
Finn Jones.
Finn Jones. Finn Jones. Loras Tyrell. Finn Jones.
He's going to be the Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, how often do you see a new actor breaking into these new roles and people are so skeptical?
Always.
So
every time.
I feel like they're not going to have, for this Iron Fist boot on Netflix, Netflix isn't going to have a shanky-ass actor play Iron Fist.
They know what they're doing.
Especially when, like, I'm
not worried at all.
I know you're not going crazy over Netflix with Daredevil.
But that, yeah.
But people are liking Daredevil, and they're not gonna go half-ass.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm like,
Jones.
I started watching it. I'm like, oh yeah, this looks really good. And the next thing I know, I'm like waking up and like Netflix is on episode 3, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even watch anything. I've been sleeping.
I'm gonna be admit with the Daredevil.
But I did two nights
seasons,
in a row.
It's enjoyable. I like the first season. It's kind of slow a little bit and kind of like awkward. The acting characters aren't that great, but it gets better. You're gonna end up liking it, and I feel like the season 2 with the Punisher is gonna be unreal. But as of the Iron Fist, like, they're not. I mean, Netflix is, what has Netflix really done bad?
Nothing.
Apparently, even Jessica Jones, which I don't even care about, is doing well.
Yeah.
And then with this Iron Fist, they're not going to f this up either.
Totally not. I mean, I don't know much about the Iron Fist character.
Right.
I assume he's a martial artist. He punches and kicks a lot.
He's got an iron fist.
He's got that iron fist.
Iron dick.
I know what he looks like, and I also know that he teams up with Power Man a lot. Do you know who Power Man is?
No, I do not.
Power Man is... Alright, let me tell you something. I don't remember what grade. It must have been like in DARE, right? You know, remember we have DARE in like 5th grade or something?
DARE against drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, what does it stand for? I forgot.
Defense
against
alcohol.
Defense against.
Do you want me to look it up?
I don't know, but I remember, like, you know, these like police officers used to come into class and they talk to us and whatever. And I think one time they handed out a bunch of comic books, And one of them, I probably
drug abuse resistance education.
Okay.
Sounds awesome.
We're in my mom's basement, so I'm pretty sure.
Now. Look at me now.
Look at me now.
Getting drunk.
We're in my mom's basement, so I'm pretty sure I probably even have this somewhere within a close range. But they handed out these comic books, and one of them was Power Man and Spider-Man team up against Smokescreen or something.
Whoa.
And Smokescreen was this guy like handing out cigarettes to little kids or something, and Spider-Man and Power Man team up against him or whatever. And I actually, for some reason, like at this time, I actually really liked this comic. I thought it was like kind of cool, even though it's like probably the cheesiest thing, whatever. And that was my first introduction to Power Man. He's look him up, just Google him.
I have him right now. He's like a soul brother.
He's a soul brother.
He's like from the 70s. He's got like a little fro going.
Right,
with the headband.
right. That's like the 70s, like 80s. He's got his shirt
ripped. It's open with his chest hair coming out.
Yeah. And but the actual guy that is Power Man is Luke Cage, right?
Uh-huh.
And over the years, Marvel has kind of ditched the Power Man part of him, and they just call him Luke Cage now. Mm-hmm. Luke Cage, he doesn't wear that outfit anymore. He doesn't have a fro. He's
looking pretty boss in this outfit, if you ask me.
No, he's a fucking badass.
He's got a chain link belt.
Yeah. Well, let me see. You got it pulled up. Yeah, that's the Power Man. That's the Power Man I got introduced to.
Power Man and Iron Fist.
So now type in Luke Cage and look at what he looks like now. He's a fucking badass, man. He's part of the Avengers. He's part of the new Avengers or whatever. And he actually he gets into a relationship with Jessica Jones. He works with the Iron Fist a lot.
He looks even better. I can see this.
Oh, I mean, I never even seen him like that with like his shirt off, looking like the Hulk or something.
No, he's got like his shirt on. It's like he's got like Under Armour strapped up.
Oh, gotcha. Well,
he's got Spider-Man with him.
The look that they had going for him for a while was like he just kind of wore like normal civilian clothes and like a beanie on his head or whatever. But he was a badass because like he can't. I don't think it's.
That's really
there you go. Power Man.
We got Iron Fist doing a kick, and we got Luke.
Luke Cage.
Luke
Power
Cage being he's just bulging with muscles.
Right.
He's got his collar popped.
Look up Luke Cage New Avengers. Let's get that look for him. I forget what his powers are. Something like his like unbreakable skin or something like that. But yeah, he fucks around with Jessica Jones. He teams up with Iron Fist, and so basically, I think what Netflix is planning on doing is they have Daredevil, they have Jessica Jones. Now they're gonna have Iron Fist, and they're gonna have Luke Cage eventually. And they actually form their own team, which is like the Avengers, and they call themselves the Defenders.
Mm-hmm.
So. With their cinematic universe, they have the Avengers. Then with their Netflix universe, they're going to have the Defenders. So they're kind of like pulling the same moves.
See, I keep seeing just guys with their shirt off and bald head.
Yeah, he's just a badass black dude, basically.
Pretty much, he's just. He's super cool. I just got black dudes with their abs ripped up on my computer screen.
One of my favorite comic runs ever was. There's like I don't remember, this is like 2007 or something, but like the Avengers fall apart. They have this big story arc where it's like the end of the Avengers, called Avengers Disassemble. And then some months go by or whatever, and some big catastrophe happens. All these like villains break loose, and what happens is like Captain America shows up to the scene, and Iron Man shows up to the scene, and Daredevil, Spider-Man, and Luke Cage. And Jessica Jones, I think. And after like they solve the problem, Captain America's like, the Avengers have been disassembled, but we just did a kick-ass job doing this. Like maybe we should be a team. And so they form like the new Avengers, and it's like it's Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil doesn't want to join, so he doesn't go. And then eventually they recruit Wolverine too. So it's like it's basically like all the fan favorite characters like as the Avengers, and that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool run. I used to read those.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. So anyway,
I think this Iron Fist is going to be good, and I'm sure they're going to have like the Punisher. You're going to have Luke Cage pop in the second season of Iron Fist. hopefully, if they have a second season, it looks good. It's like Marvel. Yeah, they're not fucking up even with their little stuff, and I don't really know much about Iron Fist, but I feel like I'm gonna enjoy his story. It's like a new superhero story that I don't know.
I don't know much about him either. He's a martial artist.
And Luke Cage
He
too.
wears a yellow hat.
Looks like I also have to start watching Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
I feel like the opening song to Jessica Jones is like, Jessica Jones, come in. Don't F with Jessica Jones.
I don't think so, man. Yo, by the way, you were saying that Daredevil, you didn't think Daredevil was like rated R or whatever? That shit's rated R, man.
Is it?
Hell yeah. I was watching it for like 2 seconds and someone already like blew out someone's eyeball and hookers and prostitutes and blood everywhere.
I consider rated R nudity.
Well, fuck you, man. Rated R is like anything that's too much for a 13-year-old to handle, and I think prostitutes and gouging out eyeballs constitutes that.
I remember when Blade first came out.
Yeah.
My dad wouldn't let me watch it, and I was so upset.
I've never seen Blade.
Really?
Yeah.
1, 2, or 3?
1, 2, or 3.
Oof, that's good. We need to sit and watch. At least Blade 1. The first one's probably the best one.
So, go ahead.
So pretty much he wouldn't let me watch it, and I was just like so upset, and I wanted to watch it. And he's like, "No, you can't watch this because you're gonna get scared and you won't fall asleep." I'm like crying like a little kid, and then I ended up like it was on TV. I ended up sneaking and like watching this. And I'm like, oh, like I'm not scared of this, like vampires and whatever. But like that's was like the time like I was like, yo, Blade is awesome. Wesley Snipes is killing this. Like I enjoy Blade a lot. Like Blade is like one of like
I don't think it gets enough credit. Yeah, that doesn't get enough credit.
It doesn't get enough credit as like one of the first like early comic book.
That was before X-Men or anything? Before Spider-Man or no?
I don't know.
All right, well,
but I think you need to watch the first Blade. It's pretty good.
So let's keep the Marvel train going here.
1998 is Blade.
1998. All right, that's a long time.
Wesley Snipes is a boss in this movie. I'm telling you.
Let's keep the Marvel train going here, though. So, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is obviously coming out on its way, or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, there's been a couple of reports that Sylvester Stallone's been leaving the area where they're filming with a script in hand. What do you think of that?
I think he's directing the whole movie. Oh, well, I guess I'm controlling this now. So Sylvester. Chris went to the bathroom because he's a little girl and he has a little bladder. He leaves me by myself and I gotta control this whole goddamn thing on my own. Let's talk about Blade again. Fuck this. Let's talk about Wesley Snipes up in this motherfucker. I like Blade. Blade's sick. Blade's like the ultimate superhero. Wesley Snipes kills it. What's up with Wesley? What has he been in anyway? Damn, he's got like a fro on his IMDb page. Wesley Snipes, the ultimate swordsman, the ultimate man, vampire that can be out in the daytime. Okay, so, Chris is coming back. Sylvester Stallone, like, I mean, what kind of character can he even play anyway? Like, what can he even do?
What I miss?
Just talking about Sylvester.
Sly, good old Sly.
Sly? Like what? He seems to leaving a script. What kind of crazy shit can he be doing on set? And like what character could he be playing?
I have no idea. No clue. I mean, they had Michael Rooker in the first season. I mean, the first movie. Sylvester Stallone could be playing a similar role, just some character in the Marvel universe, some space character that they have.
Is he a villain or is he a good guy?
It's hard to tell.
Is he a superhero? He plays a hero a lot in his movies. Maybe he drops that hero role and he's going to be a villain.
That would definitely be interesting.
A jacked 80-year-old villain.
He is like. He's definitely the most jacked old man ever.
Let me see. Sylvester
Or
Stallone.
maybe it's just a rumor. Maybe he's not even in it. You know, it's hard to tell with these things.
I mean, I have no hatred against Sylvester, so I mean, he's been great in everything I've seen. At least I've liked everything he's written and directed and acted in. So I don't think they can go too far wrong with him. But I guarantee whatever he's going to be in, it's going to be good. It's going to be decent.
I would love to see him in a Marvel movie,
Yeah.
especially in a recurring role.
He's going to have that drop lip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to kill you, Green Lantern.
Actually, I don't know. I take it back right now. I would not
Yo,
like to see him.
Star-Lord.
I don't want to see him in a Marvel
Shut your
movie.
fucking mouth.
He's too iconic.
As long as he
Takes
doesn't...
away from it. You can't picture him as anything.
That's
but
how I feel
Sylvester
about Ben
Stallone.
Affleck being Batman.
Yeah.
All I see is Ben Affleck and no Batman. How do you like my Sylvester Stallone?
I think it's horrible. I didn't even know you were trying to do that. I thought you were trying to pull a Ben Affleck
Yo,
or something for
Rocky!
a while. I wasn't even sure.
Yo, get a job, you bum. Yo, there's this point where they're shooting Rocky when they're in, like, you could tell, like, they're just shooting it, like, randomly, and some guy pops up on screen, and Rocky's like, yo, get out of here, get a job, you bum. And you can tell that it's, like, real. Like, some guy just, like, popped up, like, out of nowhere. And Sylvester's just like, yo, like, get a job, you bum. Like, it's great. If you've ever seen the first Rocky, if you see it recently, sometime you'll see it. But anyway, he's got that lip going. Yo, Adrian!
You know who always remind me of Sylvester Stallone? This is off topic, but Mike from Breaking Bad. Mike, you know?
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't know why. He's got, like, the same kind of stone face, like, look to him.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Don't do that.
Alright, so, yeah. That is what it is. There's not much to make of it yet. We'll just have to follow that and see what happens.
Let's go blast from the past.
Blast from the past, I was just about to say.
Which one? There's two.
Oh, there are two. There are two on our list.
Blast from the past. This is a blast from the past segment. Woo, woo, boo, woo, boo. Blast from the past.
That's the sound it makes.
when the past comes.
When you're nostalgic.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I need another beer. Okay, you want to talk about Ghostbusters?
No, we're talking about Power Rangers, the movie, coming out. So, George, were you a Power Rangers fan?
Oh, yeah, I was.
Yeah, me too. God, I'm embarrassed of that, though.
You're embarrassed of being a Power Rangers fan?
I am. You're not?
No, what?
Have you seen what the Power Rangers are?
Now, I mean, now.
Go back and watch.
Now they suck.
Go back and just watch what the Power Rangers were. You could, listen.
But we were little kids then.
Yeah, but I could go back and watch an old episode of Ninja Turtles and still be like, this is great. Okay. When I go back and watch an episode of Power Rangers, I'm like, what the fuck was I watching?
Dude, I remember
it's an old Japanese show that they just super, like, imposed some, like, American scenes in.
It's like
dialogue, obviously.
I think it came on Netflix, didn't it? For like a little bit.
If it is, I have to check it out again.
I tried to I was like, sweet, let me I put it on, and I was like, oh God. And
It's horrible.
It is horrible.
So they're making this movie now, and I'm not sure who the audience is. Is it for us? Is it for younger kids? You know, is it trying to bring, like, a new generation? Like what Ninja Turtles did, you know, it was a little bit nostalgic, but also trying to bring in a new crowd, and I guess in Star Wars, too, did the same thing. And
they're trying to gain and grow their fan base, but...
Well, they have, I think they have Elizabeth Banks playing, what's her name, Rita. You remember Rita? She had the cone tits.
Yeah.
Cones on her head and
Elizabeth
cones on her
Banks,
tits.
yeah, you're right.
I think Elizabeth Banks is playing her.
Here's the thing with rebooting old movies at least from my childhood, like Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, whatever else.
everything. They fucking reboot everything.
Yeah.
Just whatever you can think of, they've done it.
I feel like the best way to really do justice and appreciate and grow the fan base is still keep true to what it was. As much as like the Ninja Turtles, they really tried to like get this young generation into the Ninja Turtles. I feel like if they still kept true to what the Ninja Turtles was, my generation, the older 20-year-olds, the kids who would watch it as younger would appreciate it, and I feel like the young kids would follow also.
Yeah, exactly. This goes into what we're going to be talking about next as well. But yes, I agree. Like you need to keep true because we're fans, okay? I don't know. Our generation, we are fans. We love the shit that we love, and we're proud of it, and we defend it. So
think about people. Let's think about like say you have a younger cousin, a younger brother, the younger sister.
Yeah,
youth that you can influence. If you're excited about the new Ninja Turtles, they're gonna follow you and be just excited about the new Ninja Turtles.
Absolutely, yeah.
But the fact that we're turned off, I think I am turned off by the new Ninja Turtles.
But even by the new one that's coming out, because the new one looks like they're hearing our complaints and trying to make it more like the... Have you seen those trailers?
I have not really.
Yeah, they got Krang in it. They got Bebop and Rocksteady. They toned it down. You remember how the Turtles were wearing all sorts of shit in the last episode?
Right.
They're wearing way less stuff in this new one. I'm calling them episodes.
Like, I brought my little cousin to the Ninja Turtles movie, the first Ninja Turtles. I can't even fucking say it.
You hated that, but you know what? I actually saw it.
And then she's like...
I didn't hate it as much as I thought I was
it's
going
okay.
to.
I think because she saw my lack of excitement for the movie, she kind of was like, yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
Like, I liked it. Like, it was cool. But, like, I feel like if I was excited about it, this, like, 10-year-old girl would have been just as excited about it, too.
Yeah, definitely. She was definitely vibing off of you. But I didn't hate that movie as much as I thought I was going to. I thought that they nailed some moments. They ruined a lot.
Some of the original the scenes.
Some of the original turtle magic came through in that movie, which I was surprised because I didn't expect to see any of it. But it looks like the second one they're maybe trying to.
So hopefully, like they have the same thing with the Power Rangers. They have that original Power Ranger.
But
like,
here's my
skydiving in the opening scene. They're like, right on.
But here's my point.
Hit the bullseye.
Here's my point, though. Is the original Power Rangers just too corny to ever really do justice to? Because it goes back to what I'm saying. Like, you could watch the original Ninja Turtles, the old, 80s movie, and the cartoon show, and I feel like they still hold up, but Power Rangers does not. So, where do you find that middle ground?
I mean, well, the thing is, like, with the Ninja Turtles, let's just say, like, what do they? They like pizza. They have like they're always saying like right on and totally and like radical up, dude.
Radical.
Like they have that persona with them. But like what do the Ninja Turtle and what do the Power Rangers really say besides like morphin' time?
Morphin' time. Yeah.
They're gonna say that either way.
You know what they need? They just need the pink Power Ranger to be hot as shit.
They just need her to be smoking.
That was my first love.
Oh,
Kimberly?
You felt things in your pants that you didn't even know what was going on.
I didn't even know.
You didn't even know what was going on in your panties
idea.
As a kid.
Oh man.
You're just like, I like this girl. I don't even know what to do with her, but I like her.
Exactly.
But that's the thing. Like, I think they need to modernize the Power Rangers a little bit, but keep true to the morphin' time to them uniting and getting into their Transformers or...
I have a strong feeling this movie's going to be a flop.
Ugh, I hope not. Because that's the thing, when the new movie's a flop, it ruins the old form of the Power Rangers, those old movies.
Yeah.
The slime, the Mr. Ooze, right? Remember that?
Yeah, but those are the movies. The movies are a lot better than the actual TV show. Go back and watch the TV show.
Yeah, I remember the TV show. Like it was bad.
It's terrible. It's the cheesiest thing ever. I can't believe I used to be into it.
Here's a quick story with me and the Power Rangers as a kid. So I wanted it was Christmas and I got like the Power Rangers like Christmas VHS tape.
Wow.
VHS tape. And I remember putting it on like Christmas Day. And it was just like them, like Power Rangers, like singing songs about Christmas and other things. And I remember like crying and being upset to my sisters and telling them like how I didn't like it because there was no fighting in this. There's no fighting in the Power Rangers Christmas Special Edition.
Oh my god!
The DVD's probably still somewhere around. But yeah, I remember watching it and just being so upset about the no fighting in the DVD and the VHS. Ugh.
Oh my god. That's like, you know how people like say like hot chick problems or like white people problems, like a little kid problem.
Little kid problem.
There's no fighting.
There's no fighting in the Power Rangers. Oh man.
Yeah, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that as well.
So
it's too early to say. You really need to see a trailer to really kind of tell what these things are going to be.
So
speaking about trailers,
double blast from the past.
Woo, woo, woo.
We know where we're going.
Ghostbusters 3 or the reboot? No one knows because
it just says Ghostbusters.
It says Ghostbusters, but all right. I don't know. Have you looked at the recent numbers? This thing's getting killed on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's got like 280,000 dislikes to like 140 likes. So I don't know. Is
that because it's women or is that because it's just bad?
Well, I think a lot of people are probably out there disliking it because it's women.
Yeah, well then,
but I
was dumb.
I thought about disliking it because I was so upset at first, but then I was like, I'm not that upset. I'm not going to dislike it. I'm going to be neutral. And let me tell you why. It has nothing to do with the women. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I think
it's cool as hell.
Changes it. There's new jokes along with the women.
And even the people that they cast, that's great. Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, awesome. My problem is that it looks like a fucking SNL skit instead of a real movie. That's my issue.
It looks like an SNL skit.
It does. The original Ghostbusters was a real movie with real characters and real motivations and yes, jokes. It was also a comedy, but like it wasn't a comedy for like first. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't just like stupid humor. And this movie might be great. You know, this is just a trailer, and I did legitimately laugh at some parts, and the Ghostbusters theme got me amped up. Seeing Slimer got me amped up. Seeing like even like the special effects on the what are they called? The fucking guns that they use. That looks sick. I just a lot of it pumped me up, but a lot of it really brought me down. And I think that the main reasons why people are hating on this is because the trailer starts off saying 30 years ago, four scientists saved New York. And you're like, oh, this is a sequel. That's awesome. But it's not a sequel. That was misleading. The studio has said time and time again, this is a reboot. So they just tried to trick you into like luring you in like, oh, this is a continuation, but it's not. It's a remake.
Right. They're just kind of just... Yeah, I don't know. They're just saying it's a... Oh my god, I'm watching the trailer as we speak.
Oh, really?
But I feel like it's like they just try to be like, hey, like there's this movie 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Like your parents or whoever watched it.
Yeah, so the people like us that have seen it and loved it, they're like...
I mean, I didn't see it in the theaters. It was out for a long time when I was a kid, but I still like that movie. It's like...
I grew up with that movie.
Yeah, same thing.
I love that movie.
It maybe wasn't new when I was a kid, but I still grew up with that movie.
Yeah.
And like, here's the thing where I have an issue with it. The humor that's in it, like I like also like that subtle humor with like Bill Murray.
Yeah, it's more subtle. It's not just like stupid like slapstick, like oh your head's twisting around, like let me slap, like the power of pain compels you. Come on, like
it's just like it's like there's that like I feel like this movie with the reboot is going to be these. Like when someone walks down the road and they trip and fall on their face, like like
exactly. Like, no, step on a rake, like that's
like oh you step on a rake and pops up and hits you in the face, like oh like that's hilarious. Like I haven't never seen like they have women as the Ghostbusters now. There's ghosts. There's them trying to capture ghosts running around New York City. There's like a lot of potential for jokes.
It's so gimmicky though. Like why not make it a continuation, a sequel, right? Maybe there are a bunch of girls that live in a different city and they've heard about Bill Murray and those Ghostbusters and they're inspired and they want to start their own thing. That would have been awesome.
Maybe they're like one of Peter Venkman's or one of, like, let's say, like, you know, the original cast, their daughters.
Yeah. Cool.
Right? They're like, oh, awesome. My father taught me about this and this and that, and we gotta save the day.
Why are you making a movie and you're like, this is like the studio's like point of view. They're like, hey, how about we redo Ghostbusters, but this time with all women? It's like, that's gimmicky. That's stupid. Just make a movie that's a good movie. Don't make it like, let's do it, but this time it's all women.
Because the women couldn't relate to it the first time with Bill Murray.
Retarded. I love that it's all women. I think that's going to be cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think that the way they're doing it is cool. So,
like with Dan Aykroyd doing it, you know, like Dan Aykroyd and Aaron Ramos. Dude.
Harold Ramis. He just passed away.
Oh.
So this is terrible.
He didn't even get to see.
He's the guy who wrote it.
He doesn't get to see them destroy his movie.
He's the genius that wrote Ghostbusters and Caddyshack and all those movies. Yeah.
Well, at least
he also played Egon.
You know what they're gonna do? I heard they're gonna do a reboot of Caddyshack as women.
Really?
Yeah, man.
That's a real thing.
Yeah,
or you're making it up.
No, Caddyshack, and they're gonna be Asian.
No, you're making this up.
And they're gonna be all women.
You're making this up.
Definitely making it up, but it's true.
Well, it wouldn't.
At least he died before they saw him destroy his artwork.
At least he died.
He's gonna have to see the god awfulness.
It was fucking horrible, George.
Well, the thing is, like, I feel like you got a lot of jokes with women and ghosts in New York City, especially in 2016. And
but they might have that. We don't.
I'm skeptical.
I was skeptical.
Chris Hemsworth just have his abs out, dick swinging.
You know,
Bill Murray might be in it.
Really? No. Bill Murray was the reason why this movie never even got made. Because they were going to do Ghostbusters 3 with the original cast, but Bill Murray was like, nope. They teased him for like years, and he was like, every time, nope.
I mean, I think I respect Bill Murray's decisions, and me
too. And now I understand why they probably came to him with some stupid ass.
Yeah, he's just like, "What are you crazy? I'd rather do Groundhog Day 4."
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been making the best choices in movies.
I liked his movie St. Elmo's Fire. I think that's what it's called. We don't need to get into it, but it's good.
Let's not get into it. Right. We have the tendency to get off topic for a bit.
That's good though.
All right. Last topic of the night. Let's move on from Ghostbusters because it is too early to say. I don't want to add to the hate train, but I am hating. But
we are hate police.
Hate police. But let's get to our last topic of the night. So this has been rumored and pretty much confirmed for months now, but now it's been officially confirmed. Benicio Del Toro is officially joining the cast of Star Wars Episode 8 as a villain.
Boom. As the character that he is in episode 8, you said?
He's joined the cast of Episode 8.
What about episode...
he has not been in any other episodes.
I'm thinking of Guardians of the Galaxy, sorry.
Yeah, he is in Benicio Del Toro is in Guardians of the Galaxy.
For some reason, I'm drunk enough to mix those two up.
Yeah, it's not the same universe. Although they are both owned by Disney, so can you imagine if they're just like, fuck it, we're joining them together.
We're taking all our movies
Star-Lord
we've ever made.
Luke Skywalker, they're fucking teaming up.
Luke Skywalker's going into Marvel. He's in the Avengers now.
Yeah.
All right, so okay. So he's going to be a villain.
It's actually interesting now that you mention it. Like, yeah, he is like a Disney. He's working for Disney and Marvel. He's working for Disney now in Star Wars.
He's in a lot of.
It makes a lot of sense now. You know, they're just picking him from there and moving him over.
So what's the story with him?
So the big question is,
But
it's playing a villain. So
right now it's blank about what villain he is.
Right, but so he's a powerful actor. And he's great in almost everything he's in. A lot of people are saying, I guarantee you don't know this person, but Admiral Thrawn. Admiral Thrawn. He is someone from the expanded universe. He was from the first set of Star Wars novels that were really like a big hit. Heir to the Empire, I think, is the name of the trilogy. And he's basically like, in the novels, he was like, after the Empire fell, he was like kind of like the admiral in the Empire that kind of took over, and he's like a super fan favorite character. All those novels are now non-canon. They don't count after Disney bought Lucasfilm. They don't mean shit. But they have been kind of taking elements from them and bringing them in. So people are saying he would be a perfect Admiral Thrawn. They might throw him in there. We don't know. He might be a bounty hunter. He might be a Sith Lord. He might be one of the Knights of Ren, which is what Kylo Ren is the head of, but we don't know much about. Another person that he's being speculated as is Ezra, which... Have you watched Star Wars Rebels? No, you haven't, right?
No, I have not.
Ezra is kind of the main character of Star Wars Rebels, but that show takes place before the original trilogy. The one from the 70s. And Ezra is like a 15-year-old kid during it or whatever, and he's training to be a Jedi. And we don't know. The show's still ongoing. We don't know. But they're kind of hinting that he kind of turns to the dark side. So a lot of people are wondering whether he might be an older Ezra. I am under the impression that he's going to be a completely new character. I don't think that they would just take people
So what's your beef with Del Toro?
I got no beef. I'm excited.
You're excited for him being
100%.
I mean, I've always liked everything he's been in.
Yeah, I love Snatch.
Right.
The movie's awesome. I love him in Snatch. Guardians of the Galaxy, I guess.
He's in it for a little bit.
Yeah, he's in it for a little bit. He's in Thor 2, right? Thor 2, The Dark Worlds? I think he's in it for a little bit. Or he's in the after credits scene, maybe?
Thor, yeah, he's in The Dark World.
Yeah.
I think he's in the after
What else is he in? He was obviously the lead in Sicario, but neither of us saw that. Yeah. But he's
Sin
powerful.
City, 21
Sin
grams.
City, right? Yeah.
I mean, I have no problem with anything he's been in.
Yeah, he seems like a
So I think he'll amp up more of this. So he's going to bring that familiar face to the Star Wars that we kind of know, and I think like produce more. He can enhance Star Wars
definitely
than anything else.
I agree. What would you like to see him play? Do you want to see him be like a Sith? Do you want to see him be someone that works for the Empire?
I think I want him to straight out just come out as someone on the dark side.
Right.
Someone just like he has that darker look to him. If he looks good in black.
You want to see him in a black hood.
I want to see
and
him
a red lightsaber.
Yeah. I just want to see him straight out. First seeing him being like red saber, just being a badass, and showing what who he really is.
I think I'd like to see him as an admiral or something in the maybe not Admiral Thrawn from the books, but just kind of like inspired by him. Just sort of like a smart military commander sort of person.
He always plays that witty character.
Yeah,
and I think he'll be that witty character, but I kind of want to see him initially just that disturbing villain that's tough to outsmart or tough to beat.
I can't wait to see what Rian Johnson does with Episode 8.
Johnson, what are you doing?
I have the highest hopes for it. So I have actually much higher hopes than I had for J.J. Abrams with Episode 7. So hopefully I'm not let down.
Much higher? Yeah, no. I mean, J.J. Abrams did pretty good so far.
He did great, but his story was not very original. It was very standard.
Very standard.
I have a feeling
they played
that
it safe.
And Rian Johnson with his reputation. I mean, it's possible that Disney's going to kind of pull the reins on him a bit and make sure he kind of does something a little more friendly to the mass audiences. There's been talk of like script rewrites and everything, stuff like that already.
Yeah, they're gonna change as much as possible.
But as long as I just hope Rian Johnson just brings something really fresh and interesting to the universe. So, and working with Benicio Del Toro as a potential villain,
I mean,
it's all good news.
I feel like he's a legend in the filming world.
And it's never a bad thing.
Soon to be legend.
It's never a bad thing to add a great actor to your movie, right?
Never a bad thing.
All right, well, that's it for Barely Sober News tonight.
Talk about news.
Talking about news. We got 55 minutes worth of news.
55 minutes worth of news that cannot be missed.
Woo, 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 woo. So if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe below. George?
I mean, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I mean, I hope you enjoyed what you listened to. And finish your drinks and go to bed. Yeah, right. Also, you can find me. I'm Chris Jokas. At Chris Jokas on Instagram. At Peck George on Instagram and Georgie Peck on Twitter. And finish those drinks and go to bed.